Well, as you can see today, it's raining. Okay, here we go. So this is today's project. Well, maybe a few days project anyway. It's what I think this is what I'll be doing. I'm going to strip this down and repair it. Lots of rust on that end. So I will be attempting to take this silver trim off. Well, it was silver until it was sprayed black. Right, started the mission. These are snapped off, a couple of these. This one's got no bolt on. This one's still done. I'm still going to undo that one, or snap it anyway, and see how we go on that one. Just got an angle grind, a little rivet out of here. Someone's put in its time. And I think there's another one here all bent over. So I'm going to have to grind that one off as well. And then I can take my trim off, and then I'll turn it over. Then I can have a look underneath to see what the rest of it's like. Alright. I'll try and see if I can undo this, but I know this is going to snap, so let's just wait and see what happens. Yeah, there we go. Oh, hang on, no, I don't know, not sure. No, I think I've dislodged it underneath, so we'll have to grind it. Let's see if this comes off then. Let's have a look. Let's get rid of these. Let me just get rid of these. We'll chuck these because they're no good to anyone. Oh, drop one on the floor. Right, let me just stick these in the bin. Right, they're gone. Right, let's turn it over and have a look. Let's see if it will come off. Oh, hey! Oh, look, and there's the original colour. Oh, I see, okay. Oh, there's the bits I'm going to need. To put a new bolts in, but yeah, looks pretty good. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, let's have a quick look at this then. Okay, it's not looking too bad. Not quite sure what sort of blue that is. I'll have to have a look. I've got it all down documented. Yeah, looking pretty good until you get to this end. Now I think we've got major surgery to do on this bit, so I think I'll most probably attempt to do this bit first, because someone's bunged all this filler in it somewhere in its life. So yeah, I will be attempting. I might have to cut all this out and put a new bit of metal in, and then I can clean it all up anyway. And the actual trim which is going on here is going to be a different colour, but I can't tell you what that is yet, because that will be a surprise. Just checking out the mechanism which holds it to the car body. Seems to be working all right. Just got to give it a tidy up. It'll run a lot smoother then. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Nothing on the weld or anything around here what's on there is broken. So that's even better. So yeah, all I've got to do now is just clean up all the inside, get rid of all this rust, give it a coat of paint. But obviously I've got to go back to this end where I've got to deal with it, cut it out and refabricate, and then the first bit I've got to do is that. Okay, just found another toy. Just going to have a quick go over this just to see what it's like, how bad it is. Just spent a little while cleaning it up, not looking too good, so I'm most probably going to have to cut this out, refabricate this corner. The rest of it doesn't look too bad. Obviously there's bits of rust I've got to clear up. That seems to be the most major corner. This on the bottom is not too bad really, so I think that's just surface. But yeah, so I'll have to now carry on with this side and see what I can make up. Thought I'd give it a little bit of rust prevention on there, so I've given it a good rub in, give it time to dry, and then see what the outcome is after that. So Let's see what happens. Right, just going through some offcuts of metal. I'll put a little bend in here because that's going to go on the bottom. I've just got to cut down here, and then I'm going to cut across here, and then hopefully it'll go in to this little corner here, which I'll show you in a minute. So I'm just going to cut out this down this line to give me the right width. Just trim that bit off. Might be a bit warm, as it usually is. Right, so this is the bit of metal I'm going to use. So I'll just get rid of this bit. Now, what I'll do is I'll just lift my camera up. So what we're going to do is this section here is what I'm going to replace with this bit here. So hopefully, I've got it bent to shape. I've just got to cut out the other bit now and then fit that bit in and give it a tap. Just offers it up to the bit I need to replace, and I've just got to trim out this corner section here. So I shall just do that now. Okay, that's that bit done. Right, let me just offer it up and see if it fits. Okay, right, this is the bit we're looking at here, which is what I'm trying to replace with this. So what I've done is I've trimmed it. It fits perfectly in here. I've just got to keep that line there. And there's another line you can't see there, which is what I'm going to weld into anyway. So I will be cutting this section out. I'm going to weld that bit in, and then that will strengthen that anyway. This bit here and this bit's not too bad. There is a bit on the inside I've got to weld, but I'm going to get this bit done first anyway. So let's get on with it. Right, I've marked out my cut line. here. Is it going to come out? Oh, here we go. Gradually bending it back. See what's gone wrong here. Oh, that's the bottom bit, what needs doing. Okay, hang on. We'll do the bottom. Okay, got it trimmed out, got me bit of metal, and it just fits in there perfectly. And all I've got to do now is just tack it in, and then do a bit of beating on the back just to get it into the right shape. But I think that is perfect. Now I've just got to clean my bit of metal up and then tack it in. That's better. Right, let's get me bed in. Let's have a quick look. And there we go. All I got to do now is just get my tacker in there, and then we'll see how we go. Right, I've got my magnet holding my bit of metal in place, which is pretty good going. I shall show you, which is not very good. But there we go, all in place. So hopefully I can put a bit of weld in it without blowing too much metal away and sorting it out. Right, I've welded in my bit I cut out and smoothed it all off. So that is really good now. So I've now had to cut out another bit to go in this top section here. So I've got to cut this out, and then this should fit in there nicely like that, and then that's the worst of the rust gone. Right, got my plate just fitted in nicely for welding, so we'll just spot that one in and then see how it goes. Well, there we go, all cut in, welded and grinded out, looking pretty cool. Nearly there now on that side anyway.